My name's Bridget, and I am the stage manager.
My name's Antonio Ross. I'm playing Henry.
I'm Brad Hutchison, and I will be playing Gabe.
My name is Mitchell Burns, and I'm playing Dr. Madden.
I'm James Fernandez, and I'm playing Dan Goodman.
My name is Maura Costigan-Kerher, and I will be playing Diana.
I was in a theater class in college, and we had to do projects from different plays, and someone picked Next to Normal, and I think performed I Miss the Mountains, and I'm like, wow, what an interesting song. And then I just fell down a rabbit hole and then kind of got obsessed with it, and it has been my favorite musical since. So it was really the music that drew me in, and then the storytelling.
I actually had the honor of performing Diana in a production several years ago and fell in love with the show, and when I heard Academy was doing it, was very excited to have the chance to do it again.
This show is actually one of my favorite shows I've ever listened to for a cast album. I would say it's like my favorite or second favorite, and I actually saw it in person in Connecticut about 4 months ago. So when I saw those auditions posted, I was like, I have to be part of this show. You know, I'm getting a little bit older, and I knew this was a role that was a little bit younger, so I felt like it was the perfect time to audition, and it all worked out great.
I love this show. Like, this is like, I really wanted something with more emotional depth. I don't want to say I've been typecasted, but like, I've always kind of played roles that were just kind of like, you know, chase the girl, like do this and that. But I feel like this one is way more emotionally in depth. I mean, the storyline between Diana and Gabe and Natalie and her mother, it's just very interesting to watch all the parts play out, and kind of me being on the sidelines like, oh, my family's a little crazy.
I was drawn to the show because I'd actually played this part previously in college. So I told myself if I ever got like the opportunity to do it again, I had to do it. It's just like a really strong message about, you know, mental health, and I can relate to it with my own personal life. So just like really deep diving into the family means a lot to me. Yeah, it's cool to. I think this time around I've really taken on like diving into the different perspectives of all the family members. So. And then as the doctor, as more of an adult than when I was in college, it's definitely, I've taken a different take with it. So it's, yeah, it means a lot. It's fun.
It's a very, very powerful story. It's the kind of emotion that you don't usually get in musical theater. It's a very nuanced story, dealing with mental health and grief and family dynamics. You know, you don't usually see an accurate portrayal of what families are really like, and I really like that. And plus, the music is rocking. So, yeah, there you go.
I feel like with Henry, it's kind of like bringing out your inner child, and I feel like he's kind of like what the show, the character himself, but is what is needed to kind of balance out all of the craziness of it. But I really think I connect to like the empathy part of him, where he kind of like is always trying to look for the better part of the situations, and is, you know, really looking to bring the light out. I feel like I connect to that because I've always kind of been that person in my life. So seeing that transfer onto the stage, I'm like, I think I did a good job.
Yeah, it's been a very different process, I would say, than most characters have had to play. Usually I'm the comedic character. The last like 5 shows I've done have been all comedies, so this has been a big shift for me. But I just like to get in the zone before every show, really just like sit down by myself, listen to some music. We have a playlist where some of the songs associate with Gabe that I kind of made and Mark helped me with, so I really like listening to that before every show. And it's been very different but very challenging, and I feel like that's the best part of the theater because I've learned something through every show I've done, and especially with this show, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and about everybody else here because it's my first show here. So being in a new environment has actually really helped me as well grow as an actor.
You know, Dan is someone who wants everything to be good. He wants everything to be good, and he wants his family to be happy and healthy, and everyone to be loving and get along. And I can relate to that, you know. I think that's what we all want for our families. And he's gone through a lot of tragedy with the death of his infant son, and how he's had to keep the pieces of his family together and try to keep his marriage together. So there's something very noble about him and what he's trying to do. Of course, there's also tragedy in that quest that doesn't always work.
I think aside from the mental health situation, just being a mom, trying to hold it all together and try her best to do what she can for her family, is certainly a through line for her character as well as the themes throughout the play.
I love all of Gabe's songs, like miscast dream role right there. After being involved in this, I really wish I were like, I liked it before, but I really wish I were here. So I think it's just like a fun one, especially with this one, just playing with like the staging and the lighting. And the therapist scenes are great.
So the whole show.
Pretty much. The whole show is just, everything about it is, it's great.
I think one of my favorite songs is How Could I Ever Forget? Because it's a really big moment for Diana, but it's also a really great moment of connection between Diana and her husband, Dan.
It's hard to pick because like it all. Like all the little moments, a lot of what's happening in between the lines, a lot of what's happening in between the singing, the looks and the intentions and the little actions that you can relate to, build relationships with your daughter, your wife, the doctor. The little moments, little looks, I find those to be the most rewarding.
I would say this is a basic answer, but it is very true. My favorite number is I'm Alive. I know this is a song that's a lot of people know from Next to Normal, and a lot of people audition with and stuff like that in musical theater. But I love the song so much because I think it's a huge buildup of energy and energy and energy through every verse, and then at the end it's like this huge climax. And I'm a very energetic person. I love putting like my own passion into every character I perform as. So it really is that culmination of who I am, and yeah, I really love that song a lot, and it's my favorite to perform.
It's gonna be good. It's my favorite song. I love that song. I remember listening to the cast album and being like, why is this in the show? Like, it's just such contrasting songs. And when we did it, I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is sick. Because it just really, again, it brought out the light that show, the balance that it kind of needs from the dark and the light. But favorite song. And I would say Song of Forgetting as well, just for the vocals in itself was incredible. But
a favorite part of the show for me that I laugh at every time is Diana in Act 2, after she receives her ECT treatment. She goes, that Dr. Mitchell said this, that, and the other, which is my real name. And then the line is like, no, Dr. Madden. And I just laugh every time because I'm like, oh, they knew. But, more serious, I mean, I like I Miss the Mountains. I think it's really beautiful. I like that song a lot. And there's a song where they all sing it right here. Mark, what's the song that they sing right here that's really beautiful and it's done? Song of Forgetting. It's my favorite song. Yeah.
I really liked our cast dinner that we had. Unfortunately, everyone in the cast wasn't able to make it, but Maura, who is in the Thursday night opening cast, hosted us, so that was nice. She had a really cute dog and got to meet her family. And then there was a music rehearsal. So Ray is incredible. He's a great music director. But he has been learning the show along with us. And there was just one part where he's like, ECT, isn't that what they use to treat like AIDS or something? And like everyone just cracked up, and that just will forever live on in my memory.
I guess my favorite part of the process has been what we've done on the outside to grow closer as a cast. We did a big family dinner at our Diana's house, and this was super awesome because we all got to come together in a more casual setting. And a lot of the people in the cast have welcomed me out to go out with them on the side, and I've just been able to grow closer with them as friends, so it really helps with our chemistry on stage. So kind of all the stuff that's happened outside the rehearsal room that welcomed me into Academy has been my favorite part of the process.
Well, after like the first month of rehearsal, we all went to Maura's house, just for kind of like a hangout. So we all like cooked food and just like chilled out with the cast, which was really fun. And then I would say like, you know, building up to Tech Week, you really get to bond as a cast. So it's been fun to do like the long hours here. We'll go get food and come back and just like chill out. And then last night I felt like it was really special for me, being that it was like we're two separate casts, just being able to sit back as like a spectator and be able to watch the cast as their dress rehearsal was going on. I felt I could really feel a sense of accomplishment for them, and I was like blown away. It was like I was watching the show for the first time. I really enjoyed it. So that was really special too.
I just think every music rehearsal, you know, is just kind of like, oh, like, you know, shit, like this is incredibly hard. I think we were all kind of just singing in the dance studio. My dog just started barking because the dance owner came in. And we're like, oh, a little ad lib never hurt anyone. And it was a pretty good time because, you know, just how difficult the music is. It was always good to kind of ease into it and realize we're all on the same page, we're all on the same show, we're all on the same boat together.
You know, it's funny because the subject matter on the stage is so sad, but, you know, us working behind, you know, we're always laughing, we're always having fun. And I think you need that. You know, we don't really carry the emotion off the stage, and you know, we're always joking with each other and keeping it light. And I think that keeps the show from dragging. And I think it gives the show some life and energy. And yeah, absolutely.
I think one of my favorite moments was, I know we've had a lot of really great moments learning the music together because both casts were together in the room, sharing space, creating together, learning the different harmonies, but also learning a bit about each other. It's really intense music, really strong harmonies. And another thing that I've enjoyed is getting it on its feet in the actual space and working with Mark to really create the story and bring it to life with such a talented group of people.
It's just like a place of community. Like, it just feels good coming here, even if like what we're doing is stressful. Like, this process has been stressful, it's still nice because I know like there's good energy. We're all here because, you know, we like what it stands for, we like the things we do, and there's just like that built-in camaraderie, which is really nice. And also just like openness, like, you want to do this thing? I'm sure we could figure it out, you know? Like, everyone is supportive in helping other people explore.
The Academy is home. And, you know, I've been doing shows here for only a year, actually. I've done, like, can't count. I don't know how to do math. I want to say 4 or 5 shows here. They've all been super fun. I think this is up there with one of my favorite processes here, just because I've never really been in a smaller, intimate cast before, and I think that it's just something it's pretty cool because you get all the undivided attention between you, and you really get to dissect everyone's character and kind of how they interact with everyone. So it's been super fun.
This is my first show with Academy. It's been a really fun time. I live in Providence, so I live like 5 minutes up the road. So to be able to do theater in my own backyard, doing like a show that's not really done often, it's been really fun and rewarding. Really enjoyed the cast and the crew. Felt very comfortable from the beginning. Walking into rehearsal, never felt like I didn't belong. Come on, bro. It's all good. So yeah, it's been like a privilege, and I will definitely be back.
Well, this is my first show with the Academy players, and you can tell right away that it's one big family. And you know, everyone seems to come back, so it's a great working environment, and they seem to really care about the artistry and taking care of everyone as individuals, and you can really feel the love and the support that everyone has for each other. So that's been really, really nice, and I'm glad to be here.
This place has been so awesome. I actually did a show here 10 years ago when I was younger. So I was like a little kid when I was 12 years old. Now I'm 22. So it's awesome to see the growth of Academy from 10 years ago to now, because we were performing at North Providence High School. Now we have this theater here. They do shows every single month. In the past, it was nothing like that. So the growth has been tremendous. The community, it was so welcoming. I am so grateful for every single person in this process, whether it was Mark, our director, or my fellow castmates, or the other cast. Everyone's been super welcoming to me, and it's just so heartwarming to know that I'm accepted here, and I hope to do more stuff in the future.
You can see me September 12th,
14th,
20th.
And 22nd.